Alright, hey everybody, my name is Brian. I'm doing this product review today. This is the Pop Toss. Um, so what this is, it's a pitching machine for pitching softballs. So I'll start off with saying I've had this one a little bit over a year. My wife got it for me for Christmas in November of 2018. And first thing I'll say, I've put probably well over 10,000 hits on this machine, and it's been really great. I mean, it's been really great. So what happened, the timer valve here, it's an air release valve. It after using it for such a long time, it ended up blowing out of the hole here. I'll show you that. And it stripped out this little hole. So when I bought it, it said it had a lifetime warranty, so I thought, well, let's check this out and see, exactly how good this warranty is. So I emailed the Pop Toss company, and they emailed me back pretty quickly. I think it took them about 3 seconds actually to email me back, so they were very prompt in their response. And they asked me for my address and said they would send me the latest model. Told me it'd be in the mail in a few days. So a few days later, I come home and it was sitting on my porch. So it's a newer model. It's their latest model. I'm very pleased with the warranty service, the customer service. Like I said, I emailed them and they didn't ask any questions. They just said, give me your address and we'll send you our latest model. So there's a few differences. So one difference I'll show you is the timer valve here. It's got the little pieces on here to sturdy it up, so it's not going to blow out as easy. The timer is actually itself is a little bit bigger. The exhaust valve is a little bit bigger, but they say it pitches from a little bit further distance. This old one I got, it could usually about 15 feet is what I got out of it. Sometimes I could get a little more depending, on if I just oiled it or not. But this one says it'll pitch at 25 feet. And another difference, it's got more weight. It's got the added weight on the feet here. It's got more weight. It feels like more weight inside the actual case here. So it should be sturdier, because one problem I did have with the other one is that it was lighter, so sometimes when the spring would shoot the balls, it would jump around a little bit. But I'm hoping with this extra weight that one won't do that, that this one won't do that. But we're gonna put it to the test, hit some balls, and see what we think. Alright guys, so I've got the Pop Toss set up, ready to start hitting some balls off of it. So if you've never seen one of these, basically it's a spring-loaded pitching machine. So basically you just take the end of your bat and you push the spring down and it locks it in, and then the air release valve pops it, lets the spring release to shoot the ball to you. So it's pretty simple. Like I said, you got your bucket of balls. They always recommend that you set your bucket of balls in front of it, because you don't want a line drive up the middle hit to strike the machine and break it or something, because it's very possible that it could happen. I always put my bucket in front. I'd say in the thousands of swings that I've put on it, I've maybe hit the bucket 3 or 4 times. I don't usually hit up the middle much, but it does happen. So it's definitely best to be safe and go ahead and put your bucket there. So we're gonna get started and see how it does. So you push down, it locks in, you set your ball in there, and it's ready to go. I think the first, it's usually set from the factory at around 13 to 14 seconds in between pitches. That gives you time to get back to the batter's box and get ready, and then it shoots. So right off the bat, that's the first pitch I've put on this thing. I will say 100% right off the bat, I've noticed it definitely pitched the ball a lot further than the older model did. So I definitely feel like I'm going to be really pleased with that. Like I said, man, this thing, I've put thousands of hits on the other one, and it's been really fun. you don't have somebody to come out and pitch to you, it's a great alternative. You practice on your swing, um, practice on hitting the right field, hitting in the gaps, whatever you need to practice, you can do it without having a buddy. You got time, you get off work a couple hours early, have it in the trunk of your car, stop by the field and get some practice in. When I first got mine, I was working right down the road from a ballpark at that time. I was stopping 5 days a week after work and hitting balls, 150, 200 balls a day, and it really made me a better player, which is what the purpose of it is. And I do feel like anybody who has one of these is going to benefit from it. They're going to enjoy it and have a blast. Have fun, get better, and enjoy life. That's what it's all about. So I'm gonna take some hits and see how consistent it is, and I'll let y'all know. Alright guys, now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We're about to put some swings on it, see how it does. Definitely notice a difference, like I said, in the distance. Yeah. The other one has a huge arch on it, which this one's kind of flattened out a little bit. I kind of like. Alright, I'm going to stop talking and actually try to swing the bat. That last one was a home run, which is something I didn't do before I started practicing with this thing. One thing I will say, it does recommend using brand new balls, just because that way they're all, weighted the same and everything. But balls aren't cheap. I've got some used balls that I'm using. One thing with that, you will notice, I put thousands of hits on these balls. Some of them have gotten wet, some of them haven't, but each one, after it gets used so many times, it fluctuates in how it comes off of there. But for the most part, it should be pretty consistent. Alright guys, so I'm ready to give my final thoughts. That's my final thoughts on this review. I'm sure, over time I'll see its durability and things like that. Because like I said, I put over 10,000 hits on my other one, and I just put my first 100 hits on this one. Definitely pitches a little bit further, gives you more time to get prepared for your swing so that you can really focus on, your swing technique. Is it perfect? No. Is anything perfect? No. So, I mean, it's not going to pitch exactly in the exact same spot every single time, but I mean, it's close enough. It's not, it's not going to pitch it so far off that, you can't practice your swing. It's definitely consistent for the most part. Like I said before, the balls you use are going to make a little bit of a difference. But even with that being said, like I said, I put so many hits on these other balls I've got, and for the most part, it's pretty accurate. But yeah, I definitely would recommend this to anybody that's interested in it or thinking about it, or if they don't know about it and now they're learning about it. I'd say 100% get it, use it, have fun. It's well worth the investment. I think I paid $130, $139 for mine when I got it a little bit over a year ago, and I've had hours and hours and hours of batting practice. It's good exercise, gets you off the couch during the off season, and but yeah, this thing's great. The extra weight definitely doesn't move around like the old one did. The timer is pretty accurate. I did end up adjusting it down just a little bit because I was waiting a pretty good time in between pitches, so I did adjust the time down a little bit, and it got it to where I wanted it. It was great. So all in all, it's a great product, well worth the money, and I would recommend it to anybody.